There was a frog named Chris.
Chris.
Ah, what was his name?
Chris.
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 What
His name.
was Chris?
Frog.
Chris was a frog.
Chris was frog.
Who was a frog?
Chris was a frog.
Yeah, Chris was a frog. And Chris, he wanted to find a princess. He wanted to find a princess. You know a princess?
Yes.
Yes. Who
No.
wanted to find a princess?
Chris want to find a princess.
Chris wanted to find a princess.
A princess.
What did he want to find?
He wanted to find a princess.
Yes, he wanted to find a princess. Who wanted to find a princess?
Chris wanted to find a princess.
Did he want to find a dog or a princess?
No, princess.
Yeah, he wanted to find a princess. So he went on a journey, a very long trip.
Ah,
Where did he go? Johnny.
Johnny.
He went on a journey. Who went on a journey?
Chris went on a journey.
Did he go on a long trip or a short trip?
A long trip.
A long trip. He went on a long trip, a journey to find his princess.
Ah,
What did he want to find?
he wanted to find a princess.
Who wanted to find a princess?
Chris wanted to find a princess.
So where did he go?
He went through a long trip.
Yeah, he went on a journey, a very
Journey.
long trip.
Ah,
What kind of trip did he go on? Short trip or long trip?
a long trip.
A long trip. Who went on a very long trip?
Chris went through a very long trip.
And he went on a very long trip. Why did he go on a journey?
He wanted to find a princess.
Yeah, he wanted to find a princess, so he went on a journey to find a princess. Every day. But Chris, he was not a normal frog, he was a special frog. Ah. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Special, Special.
No,
Yeah.
Spanish.
Chris special, special, S-P-E-C-I-L, special, special. Special means super, right?
Special.
Super, not normal.
Special.
Okay?
Special.
Okay. Who was a special frog?
Chris was
Chris was a special frog. He was a special frog because he doesn't jump. He walks. Ah. Right? Usually a frog, right? What does a frog do? They always jump, right? They always jumping, right? Jumping. Right?
Jumps on jumping. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But this frog, Chris, he doesn't jump. He walks. W-A-L-K-S, walks. Interesting.
No.
Yeah, he walks. He doesn't jump
walks.
in the story.
Ah.
He walks like a human.
He walks like a human. Okay.
Okay. So why was he special? Why was he a special frog?
He was not jumping.
Yeah. In the story, he did not jump, he walked. Interesting.
Interest.
Did he walk or did he jump in the story?
He walked in this story.
Yeah, he walked. Who walked?
Chris
Chris.
walked in this story.
Did he jump? No, not really. He did not jump. He walked. Because Chris, he was a special frog, so he walked. Who was a special
Ah,
frog?
Chris.
Chris was a special frog. So did he walk or did he jump?
He walked.
He walked. So every day Chris was walking and walking and walking because he wanted to find a princess.
Ah,
Every day was he jumping or was he walking?
he's walking.
He was walking. Who was
He, wa-
walking on his journey?
Chris was walking in this journey.
Yeah, he was walking and walking and walking every day because he was walking and walking and walking. He became tired, very, very tired. Oh,
Ah,
okay. Fatigue is a new word. Just write it down. I will give you a new word. A Fatigued. 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 Just write
fatigued.
that down. Yeah, fatigue means very, very tired. Fatigued. Okay, Fatigued. Fatigued is it means tired. Same thing. But we use this
Okay.
word, we use fatigued for animals, not for people. For people, we say tired. So for example, oh, I'm so tired. So I'm a human, right? So
Okay.
I use this word tired for people. For animals, we used fatigued. Same meaning,
Ah,
but different places,
ah,
right? Different version. You can say that. Okay.
okay.
So who became very fatigued and tired?
Chris.
Chris. What
Chris.
did he become? Tired.
I'm tired.
Fatigued, right? He became tired every day. He
Fatigue.
was walking
Fat-
and walking and walking. So he became tired. Did he become happy or did he become tired and fatigued?
Fatigue.
Yeah, he became fatigued. Who became fatigued?
Chris. Chris became
Chris.
fatigued.
What was Chris? Was he a dog?
Special fog.
He was a special frog. Did he jump or did he walk?
No, he walked.
He walked. Why did he walk?
He wanted to find
A princess.
princess.
Every day, was he jumping or was he walking?
He walking.
He was walking and walking and walking. Was he happy or was he tired and fatigued?
He was he became fatigued.
He became fatigued, very, very tired. So finally, he wanted to stop fighting his princess because he was so tired and fatigued. So he wanted to give up. He wanted to quit. Ah,
Ah,
you know, give up? Give up. Give up. You know this word? The phrase?
no.
Give up me 兄弟
Give up.
Yeah. GUID
Give
quit.
up.
No trouble.
Quit.
Yeah? Okay. Quit. GUID quit.
You quit. No
No
trouble.
trouble. Okay. So he wanted to give up. He wanted to quit. He wanted to stop fighting a princess. Ah.
Ah,
Did he want to continue fighting a princess, or did he want to give up?
he wanted to give up.
He wanted to give up. Oh, because tired. Who was so tired and fatigued?
Chris.
Chris. Was he happy?
No.
No, he was unhappy. He was so tired and he wanted to quit and give up, not fighting a princess anymore. Ah,
Ah,
why did he want to give up and quit? Why did he want to
he was
stop fighting a princess?
he was very tired.
He was very tired, super tired.
Super tired. Okay.
What? He said to himself, I will not have a failure of nerve. I'm not afraid. Basically, what he said. I will overcome every big problem, every catastrophe. Okay, new word, many new words. Okay, first write down the phrase in your book. Okay, to have a failure of nerve. Just a second, I will write down in the comment.
Okay.
To have a failure of an early nerve means to be afraid.
Never means
ကြောက်ရွံ့တာပေါ့
to be
ပြောအောင်ကြောက်ရွံ့တယ်ပေါ့နော်
help.
idiom အပေါ် idiom
Failure or
အပေါ်ကဒါ idiom ဟောလုပ်ပေးမယ်နား catastrophe catastrophe stay out patient CATASTROPH. Catastrophe means big problem, big challenge, big difficulty.
catastrophe.
Catastrophe. Catastrophe.
Catastrophe.
Yeah, catastrophe. I think PH1. Sorry, no. That PH1 didn't catastrophe. PH1
PH1.
sorry, PH1 sorry. CATASTRAPHSTROPHY. Catastrophe.
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe means big problem, big challenge, and big difficulty. All of them same meanings, right?
So, okay.
Okay, so he said to himself, I will not have a failure of nerve. I will not be afraid. I will overcome every catastrophe. Okay, overcome. To overcome means to solve.
Overcome.
To overcome means to solve or to face, right?
To
Overcome. I will overcome every catastrophe means I will face every big problem for my princess, is what he said. Ah.
Oh.
He said to himself, I will not have a failure of nerve. I will not be afraid. I will overcome every catastrophe. What would he overcome?
He was not afraid.
What would he overcome? Every catastrophe, every big problem, every big challenge, right? He would overcome, he would face, he would solve every catastrophe, which means every big problem, every big challenge, every big difficulty.
Okay.
Would he overcome every small problem or every big problem?
Every big problem.
Every big, huge problem, right? He would overcome every big problem.
Big problem. Okay.
Who would overcome every big problem?
Chris.
Chris. What would he overcome?
Big problem.
Yeah, he would overcome every big problem.
Every big problem.
And then he kept walking again. Very tired. He kept walking. He continued walking. Did he stop walking or did he keep walking?
He kept walking.
He kept walking. Who continued walking?
Chris continued walking.
Chris continued walking. And one day, he came to a very big, large river. Did he come to a stream or did he come to a river?
He came to a river. He came to a river.
He came to a big river. Who came to a big river?
Came to a big river.
Who came to a big river?
Chris.
Chris. Where did he come to?
A big river.
Yeah, he came to a big river. Did he come to a small river or did he come to a big river?
He came to a big river.
Who came to a big river?
Chris came to a big river.
And of course, he was thirsty. Ah.
Ah,
How did he feel? Was he hungry or was he thirsty?
thirsty.
He was
Ah,
thirsty. Who was thirsty?
Chris was thirsty.
Chris was thirsty. Why was he thirsty?
He walking.
Every day he walked and walked and walked. So he was very tired and he felt thirsty. Who felt
Every
was
day.
thirsty?
Tired.
Who was thirsty?
Chris was thirsty.
So did he want to drink beer or water?
Ah,
He wanted to drink water, right? Who
okay.
wanted to drink water?
Chris wanted to drink water.
What did he want to drink?
He was tired.
What did he want to drink? What did he want to drink?
Water.
Water. He wanted to drink water. Who wanted to drink water?
Chris wanted to drink water.
Yeah. So he drank the water from the big river. Ah.
Ah,
Where did he drink the water from?
a big river.
Yeah. He wanted to drink water, so he drank the water from the river. Who drank the water from the river?
Chris went to the water.
Chris drank. He
Chris
drank.
drank.
He drank the water from the river. Who drank the water from the river?
Chris
Chris, of
drank
course.
water from the river.
Chris, he drank the water
Chris.
from the river. And he was drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. But then
Ah,
suddenly he saw something in the river.
ah.
Ah. Who saw something in the river?
Chris.
Did he see his princess?
No.
No, he saw a turtle. Ah, you know a turtle?
Oh,
Turtle.
water. No.
Turtle means it's a
Bija.
it's an animal. No.
Animal.
No. It's an animal. Like on their back, there's a big, long, flat thing, and they on the land or on the land they walk slowly, but in the river, in the water, they swim very fast. But on their back, there's a big, long, flat thing. It's very heavy.
Ah.
What is that thing? What is that?
I don't
Turtle.
know this.
You don't know turtle?
No.
How can I describe it? Do you know the four ninja? Do you know the four ninja? The red,
Four
black,
ninja.
four ninja. Like the
No.
uh, there's the red one, blue one, the yellow one, and then I think the purple one, right? Four ninja. You don't know? Four ninja is a movie.
No.
The movie. There's a movie. Four ninja.
Four ninja.
Four ninja. You don't know?
No.
On their
Ninja.
back. Yeah. What?
Oh. Uh,
A turtle is like them. There's a turtle.
oh.
So
I just like that.
turtle.
Okay.
So on their back, right? The back, basically back. So on their back, there's a big,
Like
long, flat thing, right? Like a cycle or
that.
something, right?
Ah.
What is
Oh, I
that?
don't.
What's a turtle? Turtle. Turtle.
Turtle.
What is that?
The kickback.
No. What is turtle in Burmese? What's the turtle in Burmese? မြန်မာလိုဘယ်လိုခေါ်လဲအဲ့ဒါ
မြန်မာလူဆရာလိတ်လာလို့
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Okay. So The frog, Chris, he saw a turtle in the river. Ah.
Ah.
What did he see in the river?
He saw turtle.
He saw a turtle and he yelled, shouted to the turtle, "Can you help me cross the river?"
Ah.
Ah. What did he say to the turtle?
Can
Can you help me?
yeah, here.
He
Can
yelled,
you
he
help me to the
shouted,
river?
"Can you help me cross the river?"
Cross the river.
Because
Ah.
Chris was a very small frog and the water was moving very fast in the river, so he could not cross the river, so he needed help from the turtle.
Ah.
Right? The water was moving very fast. He could not cross the river because he was
Ah.
very small, too small to cross the river. But maybe he thought the turtle could help him. All right. So who needed help from the turtle? Who needed help?
Uh, Chris.
Chris. So he yelled to the turtle, "Can you help me cross the river?" Ah. And the turtle was surprised. "Why do you want to cross?" Ah.
Ah.
Who asked Chris, "Why do you want to cross?"
Chris.
Chris.
Turtle.
The turtle, right? The turtle asked
Turtle.
Chris, "Why do you want to cross?"
Why do you want to cross?
Yeah. And then the frog, Chris, answered, "I must
Ah.
find my princess."
Ah.
Ah. Who must find his princess?
Chris.
Yeah, Chris said, "I must find my princess." He said this
Ah.
to who? He said this to who? Frog Chris, the frog, Chris the frog.
Turtle.
The turtle, he said, and the turtle was surprised again, shocked, and asked him again, "Are you implying that you want to marry a human?" Okay,
Ah.
imply, to imply,
Imply. I
T-O,
don't know.
okay, imply means to say
Imply
something indirectly.
to play something entirely
Indirectly, not directly, indirectly.
or indirect.
对外表
Indirect.
述啦喎 imply 係對外表述來表啦 right
Okay.
都不斷俾咧
To
how
turtle.
ဟာလေးကိုလေးကပေးတယ်မင်းက are you implying are you saying indirectly that you want to marry a human you are a frog and you're finding a princess which means do you want to marry a princess so Taro was surprised right the Taro was
Ah.
surprised and asked him ah what did the Taro ask him
Uh.
the
But
Taro
turtle.
asked
Why do you want? Why do you want to find the princess?
yeah are you implying that you want to marry a human and the frog said to Chris yes I want to find my princess I want to marry to her right and then
Ah.
the frog Chris he got on the turtle's back
Turtle's. Ah.
who got on the turtle's back
Chris.
where did he get on
Turtle's back.
yeah just a second he got on the turtle's back who got
Turtle's back.
on the turtle's back who got on the turtle's back
Chris got on the turtle's back.
where did he get on
Turtle's back.
he got on the turtle's back who got
Turtle's
on
back.
the turtle's back
Chris
got
got on the turtle's back.
did the turtle get on Chris' back
No.
no impossible no maybe Chris would be dead right
Okay.
Chris the frog he got on the turtle's back and then they were crossing the river together
Mm.
Who got on the turtle's back and crossed the river together?
Chris got on the turtle's back and crossed to the river together.
Yeah, Chris got on the turtle's back and they were crossing the river together. Were they crossing the river separately or together? They were crossing the river together, right? They
No,
were
no.
they were crossing the river together.
They were
Crossing the river together.
they were crossing the river together. Okay.
And 3 minutes later, they made it to the other side.
Okay.
They arrived on the other side.
Ah,
Who arrived on the other side?
turtles.
Yeah, the turtle and Chris, they arrived on the other side.
Chris. Uh,
And then the turtle said, I'm gonna leave you there and I'm gonna go back into the river again.
ah,
So the turtle left behind him, right? Left him behind, and then the turtle went back into the river again.
ah.
Who went back into the river again?
Turtles.
The turtle, of course, the turtle.
Turtles.
Did the frog go back into the river again? No,
Um.
not the frog. Chris was on the other side. He was on the
No.
other side alone. Ah.
Ah.
Was he alone on the other side?
Turtle come back.
No. Was he alone on the other side? Was Chris alone on
Chris
the other
alone.
side?
Ah.
Because the turtle, right? First, they were crossing the river together. Finally, they arrived on the other side. And then the turtle, the big turtle, went back into the river again. Now Chris was alone on the other
Ah.
side. Hmm.
Okay.
Who was alone on the other side?
Chris. Chris was alone on the other side.
Where was he alone?
On the other side.
Who was alone on the other side?
Chris was alone on the other side.
Chris was alone on the other side.
On the other side.
Was he with the turtle or was he alone on the other side?
He was alone on the other side.
Who was alone on the other side?
Chris. Chris was alone on the other side.
Chris was alone on the other side.
Mm.
Interesting. And then Chris, he was on the other side. But then suddenly he saw something beautiful.
Ah.
What did he
Ah.
see on the other side?
Beautiful.
He saw something that is beautiful, right? He saw something beautiful. Who saw
Something.
something beautiful?
Chris. Chris saw something.
Beautiful. What did he see on the other side? Hmm. Can you
Uh.
guess? Can you think?
No.
He saw a very beautiful
A
and
very
magical village.
magic.
Village. V-I-L-L-A-G. Village.
Ah.
What did he see on the other side?
Uh. He saw a beautiful, very beautiful magical village.
Yeah, he saw a very beautiful magical village. Who saw a very beautiful and magical village?
Chris.
What did he see on the other side?
He saw a very beautiful magical village.
Who saw a very beautiful magical village?
Chris.
Chris saw
Chris saw.
a very beautiful magical village. Did he see a princess? Or
No.
did he see a very beautiful magical village?
He saw a very beautiful magical village.
What did he see?
He saw a very beautiful magical village.
Who saw a very beautiful magical village?
Chris saw.
What did he see on the other side?
He saw a very beautiful magical village.
And then he ran very quickly to the village.
Ah,
Who ran very fast, very quickly to the village? Who ran?
Chris. Chris ran.
Yeah, Chris ran. Who ran very fast?
Chris ran very fast.
How did he run?
He saw a very beautiful magical village.
He saw a very
Oh,
beautiful and
oh,
magical village, right? He ran
okay.
to it.
Very quickly.
How did he run?
He ran very quickly.
Where did he run to very quickly?
A very beautiful magical village.
Yeah, he ran very fast to the magical village. And then,
Yes, he. Uh,
and then, in the village, he saw his princess. Oh no!
uh,
Ah,
ah,
what did he see in the middle of the village?
he saw
He
a
saw his
beautiful princess.
princess. He saw
His
his
princess.
princess finally. He found it. Ah,
Ah,
and he ran very fast to his princess.
ah.
Ah, interesting, right?
Okay. Yes, yes.
And then he jumped into the princess' arm. Okay. He jumped
Ah,
into her arm, sorry. He jumped
prin-
into
jump.
her arm. He jumped into her arm, right?
Heartland. Okay, jump
And
into
then
her.
where did he jump into?
He jumped into her arm.
Who jumped into her arm?
Chris jumped.
Where did he jump into?
Or he jumped into her arm.
He jumped into her arm. And then he kissed the princess. Mwah!
Ah,
Ah, who kissed the princess?
Chris. Chris
And then
kissed the princess.
the princess changed, turned into a very beautiful frog, female frog.
Ah,
Ah, who changed into a very beautiful female frog?
a princess.
Ah, princess. Why did the princess change into a female frog?
Chris kissed
Ah, Chris
him.
kissed her, right?
Ah,
Chris kissed her, the princess, so she changed and turned into a female frog. And
ah,
they got married and they lived happily ever
ah.
after. Ah, interesting, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's the end of our story. This time, I will go back to the beginning of this story, and then I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions about the story, but this time not slowly, very fast. Are you
Uh,
ready?
okay.
Are you ready? If I ask you, are you ready? And then you say, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, let's get started with the beginning of this story. What was Chris?
Chris was a frog.
What did he want to find?
He wanted to find a beautiful princess.
Yeah, who wanted to find a beautiful princess?
Chris wanted to find a beautiful princess.
And so where did he go?
Uh, he 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 go a very long journey,
He went on a very long trip. Who went on
very
a
long
journey?
trip. Chris went on a journey.
Who went on a journey?
Chris,
Where did he go?
he go on a journey.
He went on a journey.
He went
Who
on a
went
journey.
on a journey?
Chris went on a journey.
Chris went on a journey. Why did he go on a journey?
He find a beautiful princess.
Yes, he went on a journey to find a beautiful princess. So every day, was he jumping or was he walking?
He walking.
He was walking and walking and walking, and did he become happy or did he become fatigued and tired?
He began tired.
He became tired. Who became tired?
Chris became tired.
Did he want to quit or give up?
No.
Yes, he wanted to give up. He wanted to quit. He wanted to stop finding his princess, right? Who wanted
Okay.
to stop finding his princess?
Chris.
Chris. Did he want to quit?
Uh, Chris.
Yes,
Chris
he
wanted
wanted to
to.
quit. He wanted to give up. Who wanted to give up?
Chris wanted to give up.
So he said to himself, he gave himself motivation. I will not have a failure of nerve. I will overcome every catastrophe, every big problem for my princess. So he kept walking, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
That's
Did he
right.
stop walking or did he keep walking?
He was kept walking.
He kept walking. Who kept walking?
Uh, Chris kept walking.
But then one day he came to a big river, right?
Okay. Yes, right.
Yeah. What kind of river did he come to? What kind of
A
river?
very long.
He came to a very large, big river. He was thirsty, right?
Very. Okay. Yes, right.
Did he need water? Did he want water?
He.
Yes, he
Yes.
wanted water.
Water.
He needed water. He was thirsty, right?
Yes, right.
Who was thirsty? Who was thirsty?
Chris was thirsty.
Ah. So he was drinking the water. He was drinking the water. He was drinking the water. In fact, he was drinking a lot of it. But then he saw something in the river. What was it? What did he see?
He's. He saw. He saw. He saw tired.
He saw a
Tired.
turtle and he yelled to the turtle, "Can you help me? Can you help me cross the river?
Ah.
Can you help me cross the river?" Because the turtle was so big and the frog Chris, he could not cross the river, so he needed help from him. So he was yelling, "Can you help me cross the river?" And the turtle was surprised and asked him, "Why do you want to cross?" Hmm. Who asked Chris?
Tired. Tired as Chris.
Asked Chris. "Why do you want to cross?" And the frog's Chris answered, "I must find my princess." Ah. What did he say? Hello?
Hello.
What did he
Hello.
say?
Are. Are.
He said,
He said, "Can you help me cross the river?"
"Can you?" No, no, no. The frog's answer, right? The frog said, "I must find my princess." And the frog said,
Oh.
asked him again, surprisingly, "What are you implying? Are you saying indirectly that you want to marry a human?" And the frog said, "Yes, I want to marry a human." So the frog got on the turtle's back and they were crossing the river together, right?
Oh. Yes, right.
Yes. Who got on the turtle's back?
Chris ran on the title back.
Where did he get on?
Title's back.
Who got on the turtle's back?
Chris got on the title back.
Whose back did he get on?
He got on the title's back.
He got on the turtle's back. How long did they cross the river?
He crossed the. They crossed the river together.
Yeah. How long? How long? How many minutes? 3 minutes, right? They
3
crossed the
minutes.
river for 3 minutes together and then they made it to the other side. They arrived on the other side after 3 minutes, right?
3 minutes. Okay. Yes, right.
And then suddenly he saw something beautiful, right? On the other side,
Yes.
right? Yeah. What did
Yes.
he see on the other side?
He saw a beautiful village.
Village. He saw a very beautiful, magical village. And he ran very fast to the village.
Ah.
But then he saw it. He saw his princess in the middle of the village.
Ah.
And then he ran very fast to his princess, right?
Yes, right.
Where did he run? Where did he run to?
He ran, he ran to the village.
He ran. No, no, no. Already. You did it already. He ran to the princess very fast, right?
Yes, right.
And then what did he do? Did he jump into the trash? My bố nào coin
He
No, 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 no.
có money.
He jumped into her arm, right?
Yes, he
Who
jumped into her.
jumped?
Oh yes.
Yeah, who jumped into her
Uh,
arm?
Chris jumped into her arm.
And then what did he do to the princess? He kissed.
He kissed
Kissed the
to the
princess.
to the princess.
He kissed the princess, and then the princess turned into a very beautiful female frog. Ah.
Ah,
Who changed into a very beautiful female frog?
princess changed
Princess.
into a very beautiful princess.
The princess changed and turned into a very beautiful frog. And they got married and they lived happily ever after. Were they happy
Ah,
finally?
yes.
Yeah, they were happy finally. And immediately after they got married, they had two children, two cute babies immediately.
Ah,
Because it was a magical village, so anything is possible in the magical
ah,
village.
ah.
How many kids did they have finally? Two cute babies, right? Two cute little
Two
babies.
cute, two cute baby.
They had two cute little babies. Finally, they had two kids, two little babies,
Two,
and they
two.
were very happy.
Ah,
Two cute little babies, right?
yes, right.
All right, the end.